Zoom. All right, so thank you guys for coming today. You can see we have a couple of visitors. We have 3 visitors today. Wow, that doesn't make us have very many agents today. um, Before we get started, I wanted to just share something really fun with you guys. So hold on, because you're gonna die laughing. It's so funny. Um, Tell me if you guys saw this.
It's all thanks to a viral video. If you haven't seen it, check out what happened when an attorney showed up to Zoom court.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
we're trying to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat. Well, joining us now is attorney Rod Ponton. Mr. Ponton, good morning to you. He's not a cat.
All right. I'm not a cat, really. I really wanted to find that filter and be that filter today, because I like the way that the cat's mouth went as he was talking. I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, just thought I'd share something fun. All right, since we have 2 speakers today, I'm going to let one of you go first. Gary or Susan, who wants to go first? You want to share something with us? Okay, Susan, tell us what's happening in American Home Shield.
Hi, everybody. So good to see your faces. First, of course, if you need marketing materials, I put my email in the chat. Just pop an email to me or a text, and I have them delivered directly to your home, okay? Because we're still unable to go into offices. So you just tell me how much, how many, and your address, and I'm happy to have it delivered straight there. I did want to touch base that American Home Shield is also an NHD company, and we have been named as one of your preferred vendors for NHD reports. And right now, I'm sure you're all very familiar with the HHDA form that CAR is requiring to be filled out on homes that were built prior to 2010. I believe that's correct, Shannon.
I don't remember the year built because we're just using them based on the NHD report.
Okay, yeah, but they do require it. I believe in the Assembly Bill 38, it's saying that, or I do believe Berkshire Hathaway on some of the question and answers sessions did say on homes built before 2010. But one thing that I know they're saying is even if the home is not in a very high or a high fire zone, still have your seller check off the box that says no. That is indicating that you have brought this to their attention. It just protects you down the road. And it is something that the seller is to be answering, not you as an agent. And they do work off the NHD report. So if you would like a sample of our report so you can see that we meet all the regulations for high fire zones, very high fire zones in the report, I'd be happy to send a sample to you. What we're recommending is that you order the report at the time you get a listing and know the information right up front. So there's no surprises when you have a buyer and all of a sudden you get the NHD and they're like, oh, you're in a very high fire zone. We don't want this home. So it's just something we can do for you immediately. Just give me the address and your email. I can get it out to you. And of course, no one pays for the report until you close escrow. So just take advantage of that. And then one last thing is that we did change our pricing effective February 1st. I don't know if you got the new brochures that were sent to your office, Shannon. We did send them out, but if not, I'll make sure another set gets there.
Okay.
The biggest change is on the Shield Complete plan. That plan now covers your refrigerant, 100% no cap. And it's unlimited air conditioners. So with our plan. So if they have 3 air conditioning systems and all 3 of them need 10 pounds of Freon, and it's running $120 a pound, we're going to cover that $3,600 cost with the Shield Complete plan. And that is at a price of $625 for a single family home, and it's $450 on a condo, townhome, or manufactured home. And truthfully, that's the only plan, even for myself, that I would recommend to the buyer. For the little bit of an increase in price, they're getting the top coverage that they can have. So if you have any questions, just throw them out to me or pop me an email. Let me know how I can help you. I'm here to definitely help you be successful, and I appreciate the support of everyone at the office very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. We appreciate you helping, especially, with the marketing materials, delivered straight to the agents' offices. That's super helpful. All right, so Gary, we've been seeing a lot of home guard inspections in our office, or I have been seeing a lot of home guard inspections in our office. Obviously, you're doing a great job for the agents, so tell us what's new.
Yeah, so if you don't mind, I'm going to share my screen and just do a very quick presentation, talk about the home guard experience. I know you guys, some of you have used us, and you're right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and thank you for having me today. So let me share my screen. That way I can share with everybody the home guard experience. Maybe. There it goes. Okay. So this quick presentation is going to be really about what makes us different, and really that is the home guard experience. Just some quick background about Home Guard. It's a family-owned company that started over 30 years ago up in the Bay Area. It was started by two gentlemen, one a termite company owner, and the other a broker in the Bay Area. And they got together and said, how can we make this whole process better and more efficient? And they've been doing that for 30 years. It says over 700,000 inspections, but we had a meeting last week, and we're knocking on the door of 1 million inspections over that 30 years. And on average, about 50,000 inspections per year. And we were pretty close to that number last year. So really what makes us different than a lot of the other companies is, we're here to help you and save you time. And if I told you I could save you 6 phone calls over the life of your transaction, I think you'd be interested. So, 1 phone call to us and you can get a lot done, and we can get those inspections done, when and where you need them. And we're very timely about it. Usually just a couple days out, unless, something crazy is going on, and, like what we saw at the end of last year when things were just flying, but normally just a couple days out. Also, we'll get those reports back to you same day. For sure, if you have a morning inspection with us, we will get those inspection reports back to you same day. More often than not, even if you have an afternoon inspection with us, we'll get those reports back to you same day, but it's the ones that we do, for sure, we guarantee in the morning. Very easy to read reports, including our home inspection reports and our termite and roof. We've been working, again, we're a 30-year-old termite company, so they've been working really closely with the pest control board, because you can't do a termite report however you want. It has very strict guidelines. So they've been working with that board to make the reports easier to read for agents, and it's very technical. So we continue to try to evolve in that area to make those reports easy to read. We include pictures and reference those pictures, and it's the same thing at the end of the inspection. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but we make it very easy for you and your clients to understand. Like I mentioned, 1 phone call to us can take care of it all. You can, and there's lots of options. You can call customer service and talk to a live person if you want to go back and forth on the schedule. You can email customer service, and you can go on our website, or you can email me. Some people like to text me, just a quick text, and I take care of it for them from there. Also, very soon we're going to announce, probably in the second quarter, that we're adding an app. So you'll be able to use your iPad or your iPhone or whatever phone you're using, and just go on there and use our app to take care of all that as well. So that's coming soon. The more you do with us, the more you save. We've got, you know, the VIP package, which I know some of you have taken advantage of, where we do the home termite and roof inspection all in one shot. So you save when you do that. When you do that, right now you get the roof and the termite for free with our current promotion. But generally, it would just be the roof inspection for free. But we're running that promotion right now where you get the termite and the roof. We also do the NHDs, and we do home warranties as well. So the more you add together, the more you save. We can build an escrow on our services as well, even including the inspections. So that's an option for some people if they're tight on cash and want to put it through. We can do that on the inspections as well as the repairs, and I'll talk about the repairs in a second. We're open 6 days a week. Our inspectors and customer service are available Monday through Saturday. I'm pretty much available 7 days a week. I keep my phone with me at all times. So if you're, you know, Sunday, you need to get an inspection booked, again, feel free to give me a call or a text, and I can take care of that for you, and you'll get your confirmation first thing Monday morning. I mentioned earlier the iPad summary at the end of the inspection. Our inspectors use proprietary software on their iPads, and that's one of the reasons why they can get those reports back to you same day. But they'll also go through that with you and your client if you like, and they'll show you the pictures they took, and they'll speak to the things that they've noted. And then if you have questions, I'll answer them, of course, but they can even, you know, like, what are you talking about? I'll get it. They can walk over and show you. And that's something we do on those. A little different than most inspection companies, you get an account manager. A lot of inspection companies are kind of a one-person operation. We're much different than that. Like I mentioned, we have customer service, and that's all they do. We have inspectors, that's all they do. And we have account managers like myself who go out and you know, visit and take care of and be your advocate. So if there's everything you need, if there's something that you have a question about, that's what I'm here for, to be that advocate, to make sure you guys are taken care of. Like I mentioned, you know, we do all three, and we do them at the same time. So one phone call schedules it, and then it's one appointment, and we'll be out there. So it's not having to go to the property 3 different times. We'll take care of it all in one shot. Some people just say, well, is it one person that does it all? No, it's 3 different inspectors that will come. You're going to have a roof inspector, a home inspector, and a termite inspector, all professionals in their specific area. Like today, we can do lots of different things for you. Zoom trainings, in person. I know a lot of people aren't doing that right now, but through all different things, whether how to read an inspection report, how we do our NHDs, all different kind of resources for new agents or seasoned agents. Lots of things we can do for you. You can feel safe using HomeGuard. We have $10 million of E&O insurance, and so you're well covered and not have to worry. Like I mentioned earlier, we try to be on the forefront of technology. We're working on that app, which we're about to introduce, but we also fly drones. Our inspectors are FAA certified, so they can do it legally, and the home and the roof inspectors will both fly those drones. If you use this for a pre-listing inspection, we're more than happy to gift those images to you. And if there's something special you want done, we'll do it. Just ask the home inspector, hey, can you take a picture of the pool? Can you take a picture of this side of the house, that side? We'd be glad to do it, and we'll give you those images.
Nice.
Our home inspectors are ASHI certified. Some of you may or may not know, but home inspectors, they're not licensed in the state of California, and nor are they required to have any kind of certification. Anybody can be a home inspector, which is kind of scary when you think about it. But HomeGuard, we have our own internal training that we put our home inspectors through, and then they have to pass the ASHI certification, and that's not an easy test. I've heard it's similar to the realtor exam in its difficulty for them. And then they have to have 250 paid inspections under their belt before they can get that ASHI certification. Now, of course, our termite inspectors, they're licensed. They're licensed through the state, through the state pest control board. And our roof inspectors, they're licensed as well via contractor state license. So they're licensed, and then that's why we can offer repairs on that. So speaking of repairs, if you would like to make things easy for yourself, we have a what we call a repairs concierge. And if you're interested in taking advantage of our repairs on the termite and the roof, We cannot do repairs on the home inspection. I mean, that goes back to being licensed. If you're not licensed, then you can't offer repairs. But because our termite and our roof inspectors are licensed, they will include a bid with their inspection report. And if you choose to go with us to do the work, it's a pretty seamless operation. You just contact our repairs team. The repairs concierge team will take over. They will handle all the communication, letting you and your client know what to expect, when to expect it, and why. And it's a real smooth process. And again, for you, it's about getting the certificate of completion or the termite clearance and getting your escrow closed on time. And that's why we do that, to make sure that happens. So that's it. That's the Home Guard experience. Here's my information. Usually when I finish a presentation like this, I do some raffle prizes. It's kind of hard to do that when I'm not there. So what I'll do is I've got 2 VIP inspections, and the VIP inspection, like I mentioned earlier, is our home, termite, and roof. So I've got 2 complimentary inspections I'd like to give out. So the first 2 people that email me at glane@homeguard.com, I will shoot you over a complimentary inspection.
Awesome.
So thank you very much. I appreciate it. And thanks again, Shannon.
Thanks so much, Gary. I appreciate you. And, you know, I think having both you and Susan on the call today, it brought up a good something to talk about. I've had, those of you that have been in the office, you probably heard me complaining about a past transaction of mine where the buyer really didn't do their due diligence. They didn't look at the home inspection close enough and do what was recommended by the home inspector, which was scope the pipes. Because it was a very, very old house. Well, now we've got lawyers involved, and it's really because the buyer did not read their home inspection, and they had 2. They had one from a previous escrow that said it, and they had one from their actual home inspector they hired that said it, and they didn't do their job, their due diligence, and now they're looking at $30,000 to replumb their whole house. So I know we're in a market right now where we're trying to remove every single contingency that we can, but do not remove that home inspection contingency. Let the buyer pay for it, get it done so they know what's there, because, you know, sometimes the seller doesn't know what they don't know either. And it's just a safeguard for the buyer and also for the listing agent, quite honestly, for both agents, because when this was brought up to me by the buyer's agent, of course, I'm a listing side, so I'm shaking in my boots, of course. And when the listing agent came to me and said, we have this problem, I'm like, no, we don't. The buyer and the seller have a problem. They need to talk. But now lawyers are involved. It's a little bit scarier. So they're battling it out. So get your home inspections done and make sure that the buyer reads them all the way. And that's all I'm going to say. That's my public service announcement for today. Let's talk about something good. Who has good news to share? I'll start. Super Bowl happened over the weekend, and we have some money winners. Gail's grandson, you saw his name, I think his name was Ryan. He won first quarter, woohoo! And then, are we at all surprised that Adam won? Adam wins everything. And then Lynette, who probably didn't even watch the game, won 2 quarters. So that was fun. It was fun to have you guys, especially Lynette, be surprised. I talked to her on our coaching meeting yesterday, and I said, did you see how much money I just sent you? So congratulations, you guys. That was fun. Who else has good news to share for the week? Anybody?
I just opened escrow on my Hemet house this morning.
Right on. And that I thought was
Offers.
going to be a tough one because it only had 1 bathroom, but you still got somebody.
Right.
We had a lot of closings recently too. So congratulations to you guys who have closed in the last week. What else? Okay. Well, nobody else wants to talk. I want to remind you guys that this Friday and Monday are holidays, technically. So recorder's office is closed on Friday and Monday. As far as the office is concerned, Monday's just a holiday for staff, so Sean and I won't be here, but we'll be here Friday. I just wanted to let you know if you had a closing that was scheduled to close this Friday. You're gonna definitely need to close tomorrow or Tuesday. And then let's talk about the market stats right now. So as far as all the active in Temecula Valley, today we have 336 single family homes. That's down 30. We can't keep going down. We have 118 new, which is the same exact from last week. Pendings went up 56, so you can hear we're actually eating away that inventory. Solds went down by 26 to 154 solds. And in Temecula only, single family homes is only 90 homes on the market, which is down 15 from the week before. So curious, you guys, what are your sellers? Did you guys, anybody have sellers that are like hanging on and they're waiting? What are they saying? Why are they waiting? I want to share something, sorry. Nobody?
My people are waiting because they have a, it's in a trust and the executor wants to interview all the sisters and look at all the 3 of the agents that put in. So they're just waiting for the memorial and for the, I don't know. They're gonna go in March, so I hope I get it. But people are kind of waiting. They're hesitant. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I wanted to bring up something that, you know, I want to talk about, you know, of course, our tools that we have. And today, I specifically want to talk about Apex because I feel like it's something that we forget about. But I want to start with showing you in the MLS, we all know about iBuyers, right? So Zillow and Open Door. Let me show you something that you might find surprising. So I did a search just to see how many iBuyer companies are taking our listings from us, basically. If you know iBuyers like Zillow and Open Door, they charge about 10% to take the listing away from the seller and let them walk away in 10 days or less if they want to. So I'm going to specifically target Open Door for right now. And I think there's one in here. Okay, no, I think that's good. So, okay. So there's 54 listings active under contract and pending that are from Open Door right now. So that means the seller was like, I just got to get out of here. I need to sell my house because probably what? They want to buy a house, and Open Door is the fastest way to close escrow, but it's not. It's the fastest, yes, but it's probably not the most economical way. The most economical way is a program we have, which is Apex. So I want to review that with you guys. Let me share something else. So there's 3 things to get excited about Apex, and I want to remind you guys about it. We've had some trainings on it. You probably forgot about it, but the number 1 thing is what they're calling the Forward program. And so Forward isn't as expensive as an iBuyer. Apex can actually buy the seller's property, and they can do a couple of different things. So they'll give them 75% or up to 75% of their money right up front so the seller can go buy another house. And there are a couple of ways that they do it. So they can make a cash offer, do their investigations, and then that's a 10-day period, and then they can close whenever the seller wants to close. So if the seller wants to write a non-contingent offer, Apex has already said, yes, here's your cash. I will even front you your deposit money on your next purchase, and we will close 1 week before you close on the house you're buying. Or if you're buying, let's just say your seller is buying a new home construction and they want to rent back. Well, Apex will buy it outright, cash, of course, and then the seller can get qualified fully, of course, they hold back a little bit, like I said, up to 75%, and that seller can rent back from Apex. And then when they move out, they have the option to maybe do some upgrades to the home if needed, and then possibly sell for more. Now, there are fees attached to doing this, but if Apex upgrades the house after the seller moves out and makes more money, the seller gets to benefit from that too. And more than likely, it's going to cover the cost that Apex is charging. So I want you guys to keep those in mind. The second thing to be excited about Apex is the free version, the free option for a pre-sale prep and staging. Every agent in Berkshire Hathaway has the ability to say, oh, you need staging? We can do that for you. Oh, you think you want a designer to come in here and help you just move around your own furniture? We can help you with that. That's what Apex does. That's 100% free for you and free for your seller to talk to a designer to just rearrange their house and their furniture. And then the last thing to be excited about on Apex is a new pilot program, and you guys are going to be shocked when you hear this one. So this is for buyers. So buyers, obviously we're having a hard time buyers getting bought right now. Apex is playing with the idea, and they've already done it once, where they have a buyer who can't get bought. And so what they did is they decided to write the offer for the buyer with it to make it assignable during escrow. So your buyer could be writing a cash offer, and then of course they'll get their loan later. They'll buy it back from Apex, but Apex is buying it for your buyer. They sign it on title right before close of escrow, and your buyer will get bought faster because they're paying cash. That's exciting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So the reason why I bring this up is just because I want you to remember that you have these opportunities, and I'm going to show you, how you can learn more. And everything you want to know to get you started is in our VAC. So when you log into the VAC, you're going to go to Apex Concierge Service. If you have not done this yet, let me back out. Okay. Okay. I want you to see what you're going to see. Okay. When you get to this page, if you've never looked at this page, this goes over plans, okay? Now you don't have to be Concierge Plus to talk to Fred, the owner of Apex, about the options in here. So you can kind of wait until you have an opportunity from a seller to go ahead and pay for this subscription. But the basic plan is the listing prep and the home staging options. So at the very least, you guys should subscribe for the Concierge Basic because it's 100% free. So there's the, you'll get the training, and then you'll get those two options, and you can decide to upgrade at any time. So I have the Concierge Plus right now. So once you log in, then you can start your project here. So let's just say I have a seller who wants to do the sell before you buy. You're really going to start here and go through the questions and answer all of these questions. Once you submit this information, someone from Apex will be reaching out to you same day, within a couple of hours. And to be honest, when I was talking with Fred, who's the owner of this company, he said he really would like you as agents to be involved in this whole process all the way through. Because ultimately, if the seller does decide to do the forward program, have their home upgraded, and make more money at the end, probably going to be reaching out to you to say, what are the comps if we do all these upgrades? So can you help us? But if you don't know, they'll definitely look it up. And then the other thing is that they don't have to use, let me back that up. They already have contractors that have been vetted with the company. So you don't have to have the seller or yourself think of all the contractors. They've already got them. However, if you have a favorite contractor, a flooring person, a painting or whatever, give them to the team. They will vet them and we can use your favorite person. So everybody's gonna win here. The agent's gonna win, the seller's gonna win. Of course, Apex gonna win too because they get some business, but I think it's gonna help you have another feather in your cap when you're taking a listing. So I just ordered from our marketing department another page for our listing presentation. So it's something that you guys won't forget to talk about when you're going out and taking those listings. So any questions on that?
I have a question about the buying side.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you have a person that's 300, like I do, and there's nothing out there. Will they go over asking?
As long as, I mean, obviously we're gonna still have an appraisal, so they'll go whatever the buyer wants to go. Just have to be prepared for what if the buyer needs to come to the table with more money, if it doesn't appraise, then we're still gonna have that issue.
Do you know what percentage the buyer will have to pay for that?
I don't, but feel free to call, feel free to call and talk to Fred, because this is a pilot program. They've done it one time so far in our Yorba Linda office. The buyer was, and I just learned this from the manager last week, so the buyer was FHA. And you know, in Orange County, you're not gonna get FHA bought, never ever gonna happen. So Fred, the agent was very proactive and called Fred and said, is there anything you can do for my client? Can you think of some creative way? And he said, yeah, I think I'll buy it for them and they can buy it from me and I'll buy it for cash. And so that's how it kind of got started. I think from that one pilot, they realized we probably don't want to do a double escrow because of fees. So I think that's where the assignable situation came in. So, so just call him and there's a customer service number, or I can get you the number and talk to Fred directly on that, ask the questions. But I think it's a great program for us to take advantage of. Any other questions on that? Okay, so because we are so low in listings, I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. And so I have a listing contest that I'm starting right now, and it's actually going to be backdated to the beginning of February, and it is super simple. Basically, anybody who gets a listing will be entered into the contest with one caveat. If you had a listing, let's just say in February last year, you have to do better than you did last year. So I have everybody's listing numbers from last year, and this is a 3-month contest. So February, March, and April. So if you take one additional listing than you did last year, you get an entry into a prize drawing, and I'm giving away cash. So at the end of 3 months, the grand prize winner is going to win $500, and this is out of the drawing. So it's not who does the most, it's how many tickets do you get into that drawing to be pulled from the pot. I will have a flyer by the end of the day. Second prize winner is $200. Third prize winner is going to be a video book, and I'm going to also have some monthly drawings for everybody who's in the contest. So the goal is do better than last year. All right. Now February was a great month last year. Sorry, Donna. Everybody had a great February last year, but we know what happened in March and April. So it doesn't matter if you did 0 last year, you just have to do 1. If you did 2 last year, you've got to do 3. Does that make sense? Okay, that is it. Super easy. Listings only. Did you have a question, Donna?
Do they have to be in Riverside County?
Nope. Yep. Listing, Sue. I know what you're talking about. The only thing you have to have a valid listing contract in SkySlope. It's okay if it's just registered. It's okay if it's coming soon. The fact that you got someone to sign on the dotted line on a contract will get you into the contest. Okay, so everything will count. All right. So just a couple of updates for you. So sales convention, I mentioned this last week, everybody gets to go for free because it's Zoom. You have to register through the resource center. And I know you're gonna get a little pop-up. Thank you, Caprice, for reminding me yesterday. It's gonna say, talk with your bulk registration person to see if you're already registered. You know if you registered or not, where there's only 2 of us that were gonna go in the first place. So go ahead and just continue past that and push the button to go ahead and register. That way you'll get your link so you can watch the conference at home. There'll be a lot of training classes for you, and our Sunshine program is gonna be playing John Legend is going to be singing for Berkshire Hathaway, so that will be fun. Also want to remind you, of course, of the weekly trainings that are listed on BAC. There's some today and some tomorrow. And Rick is doing his success series. So if you missed it, that starts on the 23rd through the 25th. And lastly, Mike Ferry is going to be joining Rick on March 2nd, and he's going to be going over listing presentations. So falling right in line with all the listing stuff that we've been talking about. So that's all I have. Anybody else have any questions or updates?
I noticed that the MLS now has transparency. It'll show the commission amount.
Yep, that through the buyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Geez.
Hold
Okay.
tight to your commissions because they're going to start asking for it.
So that'll pop up on all the sites like Redfin, Realtor.com and everything. They'll see who gets what.
Yes, yes, I know. It's not cool, but it is what it is, and we'll overcome it. So, anything else, you guys?
I had a question, Shannon.
Say that again.
I had a question on the Apex. How do you get the training? I signed up, but I never saw a training.
Okay, so normally once you sign up, you'll get an email right away that'll say, sign up for your one-on-one training, and there's a button, and you'll go to a calendar to do training. But also, let me show you, let me back it here. I believe in here under, it seems like the wrong place, success, there's webinars that are already in here that you can do, but my recommendation is to go ahead and check out that link and schedule like a one-on-one with their trainer.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Shannon, can I announce a listings?
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't go through listings. I guess I assumed we had none.
That's okay. Anybody that needs a rental, I have one that's available right now, 3-bedroom, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet in Red Hawk. This one has no neighbors in the back. You have nice views in the back. That one is going for $2,300 per month, and that's available now. So if it's not on the market yet, I will put it up probably in about a day or two. So if you guys need or have somebody, let me know so we can,
Yes.
do that.
Wouldn't you rather have someone from our office instead of 100 phone calls?
Yes, I get about 500 phone calls and emails on those things. It's a single story as well, 2-car garage. You have cabinets in the garage, like lots of cabinets and everything.
Wow.
So this one is a good one. I think it'll go really fast.
All right, what's the street name, or do you have the address? Was it listed as a rental before?
Yes, it was. This is in Calacito Ordinance, 45311 Calacito Ordinance.
Okay.
So that's gonna be available soon. But if you guys have anybody, let me know. Also, another one is gonna be in Murrieta. This one, the tenant is still there, but they are moving out at the end of the month, and the owner is deciding to sell this property. So this one is coming up. It's on North Star Ranch Community. No HOA there. 5-bedroom, 3 baths, 3,618 square feet, 3-car garage built in 2005. This one is gonna go for between 540 to 560.
Oh, for sale, not for rent. Gotcha.
This one is for sale, yeah.
Awesome.
That's in about maybe 8 to 10 days. That will be on the market, even if the tenant's still there.
Right on. Put that one in buy side.
Yes.
Anybody else have any listings coming soon?
I have a probable listing. It's 2585 square feet, 2.5 bathrooms. It's only 3 bedroom, but it has a big loft and then it has a downstairs office. It's in pretty good condition in Temecula, and we're looking at listing it around just under 600.
Under 6?
Just under 6.
Okay.
She doesn't want to move until she's trying to find out when the kids have their exams. She doesn't want to uproot them and move them mid-exam and have, you know, so we haven't got a date for listing it yet. But if anybody is still looking in May, April, they want to refi a different house and move into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that we might have to list it, and I can probably get people in then, but it's going to be closed in May.
So, yeah, it's kind of long. I've seen some really creative things in the MLS lately. I got to say, with the sellers, like basically anything they want. They're asking for people to rent before they close escrow, and then have an extra long escrow period just to make it perfect for the sellers to buy their next home. It's terrible. So anybody else have other listings out there coming? Michelle, did you have anything that you wanted to mention?
Like you were saying, tomorrow is the going to be a busy day if you want to close before the holiday weekend. I'm here if you need any assistance with that. I work side by side with Jody. So if there's anything that comes up that's you know, a 911 and we need to get that closed, then I'm sure Jody will reach out. But even though we're open, Lambwood's open on Friday, we are closed on Monday, but I'm always available. So 7 days, doesn't matter if it's a holiday. So if there's any needs that you have, I'm here for you. And you all know that already anyway. But if you do need help with recording for tomorrow, then I'm here for you. And thank you so much, Shannon, for having us. And we appreciate each and every one of you. And we appreciate being able to work side by side. And we're so thankful and grateful for your business. So thank you.
Awesome.
Any
Thank you.
questions for me?
Any questions for Michelle, guys?
No. If you are not coming into the office and you need supplies, masks, booties, hand sanitizers, that kind of thing, you can go ahead and just send me your home address and I'd be happy to send out a package. So I know a lot of you still aren't going into the office, but if you do need supplies, just send me a line and I'd be more than happy to pop those off in the mail.
Great. Thank
Perfect.
you.
And I'll see you later, Shannon. I'll be coming by in a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, you guys, thank you so much for coming. Make it a great week. I'm here in the office if you need me.